Okay, your time now is 6:38. We've got Mike Eppel back. We're going to join him via Skype at his home office. Good morning, Mike.
Hey, Melanie, how are you?
Oh, good. Okay, a lot that we are covering here today. Where do we begin?
Okay, well, let's recap the day that was and then try to set the scene for what we might see on the markets today, because Wednesday was just a cataclysmic drop for oil, and that was sort of the barometer of everything else that was going on. As the price for oil, we've never seen a drop of 20% in a single day, but that's what occurred. It was down to $20 a barrel U.S. and down below $8 on the Canadian markets. I mean, we're talking bankruptcy levels at this price for higher cost producers. So that was sort of a microcosm of everything else that was going on. From an economic standpoint, markets sold off. The TSX was hit for a loss of more than 7%. It's back to its lowest level since 7 years ago. It's below 12,000 now. And the Wall Street market, back to where it was at the start of the Trump administration, has erased all of the gains over a 3-year time frame, down over 4% yesterday on the Dow. The market futures this morning, steady for the most part, although maybe a little bit of a downside risk again. It's just too early to tell where the bottom is. The European Central Bank, following the lead of other global financial institutions, announcing a massive stimulus effort late Wednesday, $850 billion of bond buying. Of course, the Canadian government yesterday ponying up $82 billion in an economic stimulus platform. The Trump administration still trying to push through this $1.2 trillion emergency bailout fund for consumers and, in some cases, businesses. The airlines will be certainly front and center looking for some cash. The Canadian dollar yesterday closed at its lowest level in 17 years, below 69 cents U.S. It has gone from 75 cents just a few weeks ago to below 69 this morning. And we're looking at an exchange rate north of $1.45. Not that anybody's going to the United States, but when we talk about a long-term implication from that, that could raise costs from an exchange rate basis. Anything we import, for example, would be affected by that Canadian dollar valuation. And we should also mention, interest rates have been coming down dramatically. The banks have cut the prime lending rate. Mortgage rates have been already near historic lows. And the talk was, okay, everything else is coming to a standstill. What does this mean for real estate? Because that was certainly really one of the hottest segments of the economy. And reports this morning that even though the brokers this weekend won't be holding open houses, a lot of them will be going just virtual tours, there's still real estate activity because the market was so strong going into this that people who wanted to buy are maybe thinking, yeah, let's do it now. We're hearing reports about bully offers in Vancouver with prices north of $100,000 above asking. It'll be very interesting to see exactly how the real estate market deals with this, if it eventually starts to slow down at all, or does it just sort of be a stable scenario? Because you got to live somewhere, right? So maybe real estate is still the place to be. We will see.
Sure, but are people actually going to buy just by a virtual tour? Don't you want to actually see the property that you're going to invest in?
It's a good question, isn't it? Because you still probably want to do, home inspections and that sort of thing.
Yeah.
But, if you can do that via social distancing, maybe that's, you don't necessarily have to be there, or you just go through the property yourself with your agent. It is feasible and doable. And again, what do people do on Saturday mornings? A lot of times they go on MLS, right, and just kind of sneak around and search and what's going on.
They poke around. Okay, Mike, we're going to revisit this with you at 7:30 because I want to break down the stimulus package from the feds that was announced yesterday, because a lot of people have questions about the numbers and what it really means. So we'll talk to you about that in just a bit.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you.